Black Friday is here. When determining where to go and what to buy during the 2022 Black Friday craze, there are a few things to keep in mind. You can make the most of your shopping opportunities and find the best tech deals by using these suggestions. Hello guys, welcome to the Technerds Show podcast. I'm your host, Victoria Emeje. Excited to be discussing this topic with my co-host, Samuel Bassi, as always. Samuel, how excited are you about Black Fridays?
And this is a time for you to get cool deals, get things at the lowest price possible. I'm so excited.
Have you ever shopped on a Black Friday? Do you shop at all?
Sure. I do that a lot. It's actually an opportunity to get the best deal out there. So I do that a lot.
Okay. So for those who may not know, let's just quickly walk you through a brief history of Black Friday. So Black Friday is a shopping bonanza that started in the US in the 1950s, and it has been also a UK tradition every year since 2013, and it's globally adopted. A lot of people, especially e-commerce business and traders, actually maximize the opportunity to sell more that day and then earn more. So the name Black Friday actually emanated from, or means that it's a day where many stores actually moved into the black, right? Or when they actually began making more money than they were spending. So Black Friday is usually a day after Thanksgiving, which is observed in the US on the fourth Thursday of every November. So Black Friday is always held on November 25th. So this year actually is November 25th. Now, early sales are actually on right now. Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, Jumia, and the likes are throwing out massive discounts. And over here, Jumia already kickstarted their Black Friday early sales on November 4th. So some of the best deals in price cut are expected to be on the D-Day, which is November 25. So right now, if you are shopping on Amazon or wish to shop on Amazon, you can go for some awesome tech deals. And for instance, Amazon Fire TV 43-inch 4 Series 4K Smart TV is going for $249.9 instead of $369.9. So prices are likely to go a bit lower by November 25th. So before we get into sharing some of the smart guide and tips on how you can make the most out of Black Fridays, someone I would like to actually get us to talk about. There is this misconception we have around here that Black Fridays are actually scam. Can we briefly look at that? Is it true? People don't believe that prices are actually lower on Black Fridays. People think it's scam, So what are your thoughts, really?
That's actually the main essence of this podcast. To correct the misconception that people normally have concerning Black Friday. Black Fridays are not scam at all. You can really get goods, anything you want to get at a very cheaper price. If you think it's scam, I've actually bought most of my devices in the past. Okay, last year I bought, there was a laptop I bought last year. During Black Friday. I normally buy a lot of things during Black Friday. I can save up to about 40 to 60% of the money of my the money I want to use to purchase something if I'm buying during Black Friday. Black Friday is never a scam. It's just that people do not understand how it works, do not understand how to go around it. So this is why we're actually here to share the tips on how you can actually make the most out of Black Friday.
All right, so let's get started with our pro tip on how to make the most of Black Fridays. So first on our list, actually, you have to go to the official store section. That is, if you're using Jumia, because we are targeting the Nigerian audience right now, and most people use Jumia to shop for their Black Friday. So ensure that when you have an account set up, and then you're actually going to visit the official store section. And this is because you want to avoid shopping with brands that you are actually not familiar with, brands that you don't know, and you want to stay safe while shopping, of course. An official store gives you an opportunity to actually really see the price difference and, shop smarter, right? Now, so you follow all prices 2 weeks before Black Friday because of shipping delays. During this period, a lot of people are going to be crazily ordering. So before the Black Friday, before the D-Day, ensure that you have compared prices, you've followed up prices 2 weeks before. And then now for those who actually shop on Amazon, you can use a price tracker to like Keeper to track the history of the price of the product you want to get. So this helps you to know, okay, the choice to make and how you are going to budget, and if you really need to get that particular item and if you think it's cheaper for you. So things are usually very cheap on the D-Day than the early sales day. So pro tip 2 is don't actually spend beyond your budget. Create a list in order of the most needed items that you are looking to get and don't go beyond it, because it can be so tempting when you go online and then there are several things that are popping up. There are a lot of gadgets out that you need to get. So ensure that you're not shopping in a hurry and always do your homework on all the prices. And when you're online purchasing, try to use a minute or two to actually Google the product that you want to get. You can check the prices at other stores to compare and see what is obtainable for you. So I think that's the first 2 pro tip that you can use. Yeah.
So let me shed more light on the second tip. To, do your diligent research in the product you want to get beforehand.
Yeah.
Most times you don't just go in, maybe a product this thing popped up and you see something like, okay, this normally go for 1,000 naira or 400 naira. You may want to rush to go and buy it. No. Just take your time to research the product you want to buy per se.
Very important.
Just take, okay, what is it? What is it? Is it good? Go and look at the customer review. What are the reviews people had of it? Most times going to the customer review, I will actually help you not to get the wrong product. Now check the customer review, check a lot of things about the product you want to buy, check the delivery, check a lot of. So this one will help you not to fall into the let me say make mistakes that you regret in the long run. So, and another thing I need to add is be careful of unpopular brands. We all know, maybe if you are going for electronics, we all know brands like we know Samsung, we know LG, and the rest. And maybe just for instance, Vicky, you mentioned Amazon Fire TV going for 43 inches, going for $249.9 instead of the $369.9. For instance, you may see another smart TV, maybe 43 inches, going for let me say $100. So let me use Nigeria. Let me use Naira. Let me say it may go for something like 50,000, whereas normal smart TV 43 inches maybe something like 200,000, and then you see maybe 70,000 or 50,000. And then they'll tell you, okay, it has it's 43 inches, okay, smart TV, 4K, and the rest. You need to make sure that it's a popular brand. Most often than not, buying on popular brand do not always end well. It's most times doesn't end well. So try to avoiding unpopular brand. If you're actually not sure of what you're buying, if you're actually not experienced, or maybe definitely not bought a goods in that, maybe any of their brand products before, try to avoid unpopular brand. That will save a lot of headache and the rest. And Vicky, you mentioned about price history, and there's this thing that some vendors normally do in marketplace, especially some marketplaces. Let me not mention the name. They will actually inflate the price few weeks before the date, and then on the D-Day, and then bring down the price. If you actually track the product is the price history very well, you will notice that this particular product, it's not just because if the price was last week was, let me say, 70,000 and the price this week is 35,000, that will be 50% off. Yeah. But if you are tracking the price, you realize that, oh wow, that means it was like maybe 40,000 like few weeks back. They just inflate the price, now bring it back again on Black Friday. So you do have to look as if the price is actually down. This actually the see or think that Black Friday is scam, because when you come to things like this, you feel it's scam, it doesn't work. Because the one that you don't do your due diligence now.
Yeah.
So you feel that this one they are not. So if you do your due diligence in checking what you need to do or following these tips, you will not actually fall prey to any of these gimmicks.
Agreed totally. Okay, so one of the best things you can actually purchase and take advantage of during Black Fridays are video games, especially gadgets, smartwatch, AirPods, computer, laptop, TVs, and tablets. Now, this set of electronics and gadgets, they tend to be lower in this period than any other period.
That's good. I'll even get AirPod one of these days. At least
like the new Apple AirPod. Yeah, the new Apple AirPod is actually lower right now they reduce their price. So it's a good opportunity for people to actually grab this
nice one.
product. So that's one of the benefits, of course, you get from shopping on Black Friday. So pro tip, ensure that you have an account set up on all these online marketplace beforehand. Like, you are not waiting till Black Friday has started. Like, you're not waiting till November 25th. You're not waiting till right now that Black Friday has already begun for you to open an account with these sites. You have to have set up your account way before now, and you are monitoring prices and you're monitoring all the products. You're keeping an eye on the products you want to specifically get. So it's important because I mean, a lot of activities is going on that site at that time. You want to be prepared. You don't want to miss out on these sales, right?
Yeah.
So,
In addition to that, ensure that your debit card is actually okay. If possible, I know many people are actually skeptical about saving their card information on a marketplace. But if you know that if you trust the marketplace, you can actually save your card data. But it's actually not advisable. I don't do that. You can actually save, or you make sure that most times some of our banks, let's be truthful, some of our banks can be funny sometimes.
Of
Maybe
course.
this night they want to make payments and everything just go haywire, or
network
is not with you.
Exactly.
Network business. So at least try to make sure that the fault is not from your end. Let it be something like it was beyond my own control. So ensure that your card is okay. There's nothing wrong with your card and the rest. So that when you want to pay for your goods, you will not experience any form of issue on the rest. And another thing is always check for most people do not. The reason, Vicky, another reason people actually take this to be take Black Friday to be scam is that people don't actually pay attention to some necessary things that they need to do before even buying anything online. You check for some policies surrounding the purchase of particular goods and the rest.
Yes.
There's some goods, and even in some marketplaces, that policies like return policies, cashback and the rest. You need to understand, okay, I will really salute Jumia. Jumia actually are doing a good job in that aspect. They think they're actually doing a very good job in this aspect. There's a product I got from them, and when it got to me, it wasn't my size. I returned back to them and I got my money back in less than 48 hours. So it was actually something commendable. So anything you're going to get, make sure you have checked the policy. What's the return policy like? What are their terms and conditions? Most people don't like reading terms and conditions. But you can save yourself a lot of headache if you read the terms and conditions involved in a particular purchase. So you will not have to, sit down and say tomorrow, say Black Friday scam. Black Friday is not scam.
I'm telling you, not my Nigerians. So, last tip that I will share before we close out is that now, for some reasons, I think it's important for you to shop online safely. It's important to have two-factor authentication set up on your account. And I think Jumia has provision for that. There's one you can set up using your thumbprint or something. But just ensure that you are checking this thing out. You ensure your account is safe, because there are some scammers online to setting up products for you to buy, and some redirections may happen. Who knows what could happen? This is online, right? But of course, these sites, they have tried their best over the years to keep it as safe as possible, but you need to also comply by following the rules. Of course, set up a two-factor authentication on your account and then shop on a safe network. Do not go to a public place and you are using a public Wi-Fi that you know is not secure, and you are shopping. Your account details can actually be hacked. Some things can happen while using public internet, public Wi-Fi. So just for your own safety, to shop online safely, ensure that you are safe and avoid receiving some funny emails. People can model the emails of these guys and send you email that, okay, some fishy emails that you're sorry for the delay in your product, blah, 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 click on this to do this, or send your money, blah, blah. So just be careful of all those kind of eventualities, right? And that's it. These are just a few tips that we think, if you take note of them, if you keep them in mind, you actually make the best of Black Friday. So we've mentioned that you create account early. We've mentioned that you also do your due diligence by researching the products that you want to shop. Be aware of their price. In fact, you have to be tracking prices and tracking the products you want to get 2 weeks before Black Friday, before the D-Day. And we also said you should have a list of the things you need to get beforehand, before the Black Friday start, before last week, right? So you or to have the list of what you need, have your budget all set up. You're not going to do any crazy buying. You're not going to do it in a hurry, and you're not going to go out of your budget. You're going to research, and then we also mentioned that do not shop with unpopular brands. You have to it's not a must that you should not, but just for your safety, go with popular brands, right? You can try the unpopular ones and be lucky, of course. So it's not a casting or set in stone, rather. So these are just a few smart guides that we can offer you on Black Friday. With this at your fingertips, I hope you're going to have an amazing shopping experience in this year's Black Friday. So what can we say? Have a happy Black Friday shopping experience. Samuel, I am definitely going to shop something this Black Friday.
Sure. I'll do just that. I'll do that.
What are you going to get for me? I mean, we should get something, right? The year is closing out. Yeah. Don't you think we should have something, buy ourselves some throw pillows or anything?
Yeah, I'm actually get some gadgets. I need to change some of my stuff, some of my electronics, and I may actually likely get it next week. So
please buy for two.
I'm actually sure.
I
told you that I'm actually the first person that will benefit from this podcast, because at least you told me you already mentioned the best product to go for. So I need to mention some stuff that actually...
AirPods, of course.
I need to get
smartwatch. Go for one.
Yeah, I need to get a smartwatch. I'll get the AirPods. I'll get the smartwatch.
Buy for two, please.
Sure. It's always for two.
All right, thanks, guys, and that's a wrap from us this week. Share your feedback with us on this topic. Tell us some of the smart ways you shop on a Black Friday. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of today's conversation on The Technerds Show. Do follow us on social media at The Technerds Show. Join our growing tech community on Telegram at Technerds Show so you'll never miss any updates. If you find our content valuable, would love you to drop us comments or likes, or you could share it with your friends too. Catch you next week.